Hi everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you what to look out for when preparing your data set for a BI project. This is all you go through and you'll be assured that your data is ready for analysis on Power BI. So go through all these for each data set you see. Look out for these when you are cleaning up your data on Power Query. Right. So these are the things. So one row of headings. That's each of your data set must have one row of headings. This is what I mean by one row of heading. This is one row of heading. Yeah, this is one row. This is the header, GL subheader, GL name, description. So this is one row of heading. This is the financial data that we will look at when we are doing our financial analysis. So this is one row of heading, right? So anything contrary to this, like let me say for example, let me just copy this and put it here. So this is unacceptable. This is two rows of headings. Let me take this off. One row of heading in any kind of analysis you want to create. But notwithstanding, you will have to clean. If there are two rows of headings on an Excel file you received, my advice is don't ever just take your data in the rawest form, that is the form that is coming from the system or the form in which you are going to be getting that data every month or every day. That form, that is what you should clean up in Power Query. Never try to clean up any data on Excel before connecting to Power BI through Power Query. Just make sure you do all your cleanup on Power Query just to automate that process. So that is the first one. The second one is no empty rows. No empty rows. Let me give you a scenario here. So for this data, let me say for example, when you get to this point, you see an empty row here. So it is a turn off. But if this comes with your Excel, you can leave it. That cleanup, you can do it. You can do that transformation and that cleanup on Power BI. This is just for you to take cognizance of, right? But before you even start cleaning up your data, you have to explore that data to understand everything around that data. So that is it. Non-acceptable. No empty columns. The same thing you have with rows, the same thing you have with column. This is an empty column. So an empty column breaks the entire data set. This is GL name, it just breaks it from here. So that is an empty column. So we have here again, no obstruction around data set. So obstruction can be in form of, you have some merge and center here, something like this. So let's say it's in the form of a report. You have this an obstruction, right? It's a very big obstruction. And it's something that we should take cognizance of. So there are also other type of obstruction, like typing something below and above the headers. Oh, another critical piece is all dates must be in a single column. So like this, for example, the dates are not in a single column, but I cannot just start arranging them on Excel. So I will leave that for Power Query. So dates being in a single column, let me just open another. So this is a column. So this is date, all date, for example, today. Let me say today, for example. So all dates related to your data set must be in a single column, each transaction corresponding to a particular date. That is it for that. Then every unique data must have its own column. Yes, that is very critical. Like GL subheader, it has its own column. So you can't have, like, this is the data type for this is text. You can't have number in here. No, or you can't have date in here. Date. You can't have date in here. That is totally unacceptable. So each column must contain a unique data type. Each column must contain a unique data type. Right? Unique data type. Okay, another thing again is something like this. With this clearly break that rule. This has a total, you can see, this is a total of all this. It's a total of all this. So you can see 66, this is 66. So a total of all this. So this cannot exist when you take this data to Power BI for your analysis. If you leave it like this, instead of this 66 million, this will be like double the number. That will make your report highly incorrect. So you must also keep this in mind. So these are just the rules. So around your data that you want to prepare with for a BI project. So these are the things you should look out for when you're doing data cleanup and transformation on Power Query. You should look out for all these things. So to successfully clean up your data and import to Power Query for your analysis. So thanks for watching this video again. See you in the next lesson.